James recently had a guest on that exposed Kai Cenat, or at least he
Right.
tried to expose Kai Cenat and make Kai Cenat look bad.
Right.
Now, before we even get to the interview and exactly what he says, we have to back up a little bit because both incidents are connected. Y'all remember when Kai Cenat was, I think, at the BT Award show or at some award show, okay? And Kai Cenat ran into Wale, and he didn't recognize who Wale was. And a lot of people was really pissed off at Kai Cenat for not knowing or acknowledging Wale, or even afterwards saying, I don't know who that is.
How you doing?
Like 23
Hey, boy. What up, Rusty? You good? What you playing on your Nintendo Switch? Smash. Smash, bro? I'll beat you. Alright, gang. Chad, does anybody have the Nintendo Switch? You're not even a Nintendo Switch type of. Nah, me neither. I ain't gonna lie. But I heard it was like crazy though. I heard it was crazy, bro.
He ain't playing.
Wale. Oh my God, that was somebody crazy. Hey, the whole chat knows him.
Wale.
Wale? What he do?
Rap.
Oh, word.
Like Lotus Flower Bomb or something?
Oh. Wale. I smell good. Wait, so what they doing?
To me, that interaction tells me more about Kai Cenat's character in a good way.
So this is what they crying about? I don't think that was that bad. He dapped him up. He showed him love. Y'all just cap. Y'all, young boy like 23. Hold up.
In a bad way. Kai Cenat didn't know who Wale was.
Okay.
But he still greeted him as if like that, like the random dude from his perspective was famous. Right? So he sees a random guy, says, hey, Kai. He was going into he stops, turns, shake his hand, gives him a positive interaction, and then went about his day. And he didn't even know that was Wale. He just thought that was a random
Think about
fan.
it. They being extra.
So to me, that was a positive interaction, but it pissed off a lot of people. Now, when I first saw the interaction, I thought it was pretty impossible that Kai didn't know who Wale is, because me and Kai Cenat is like, what, 3 to 4 years apart? So from that perspective, it's kind of like, I don't think Kai Cenat being about 24 years old, 23, maybe, 23, 24 years old, I don't think Kai Cenat being a 23, 24-year-old has never heard a Wale song. Maybe he hasn't put the face to it, but he knows a Wale song. Like, he's not, if Kai Cenat was 15, I can understand. 23, 24, you know Wale songs, right? But Kai didn't really think nothing of it. Now, Wale was really hurt by this, right? Wale even walked up to Kai and told Kai, yo, you making me look crazy.
That's making me look crazy right now, just let you know.
What?
That's making me look crazy. The exchange that we had in the hallway.
Oh, my bad, bro.
They're running with it, but we'll talk later.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You came in here all blue.
That interaction bothered Wale so much that Wale even called, I think it was Ice from the Joe Budden podcast. And he was telling Ice, yo, how should I handle this, man? I want to react on Twitter. I want to lash out. So Wale was deeply bothered by this. Now, I think Wale kind of felt like maybe Kai Cenat was trying to play him, which if you watch the interaction all over again, Kai, like, genuinely didn't know who that was.
Yeah, that's a little lame, though, because, like, he wasn't trying to play you, bro. Like, he just genuinely didn't know who you was. He said Wally, because you just reading it on the chat. Like, I'm just reading chat, and they say they spell W-A-L-E. I think it was a Disney movie called Wally or something like that. So I'm gonna probably say Wally if I don't know Wale. And if Kai is 23, let's say, like Wale was popping like 10 years ago. So he was 13, 12 in the 7th grade. So, like, maybe if the chat would have said Wale from MMG with Meek Mill and Rick Ross, then he could have put it together because he would have remembered MMG. But just to say Wale, he probably only listened to Rick Ross and Meek Mill from MMG. Not everybody from MMG listened to Wale. Wale was cool for me from MMG. He was cool, but I wasn't listening to him. I wasn't checking for him. I was in the middle of Philadelphia. Wale wasn't appealing to what I was going through, respectfully. Like, it's nothing wrong with it though, because he had his own demographic he would have, and he had some cuts I like. But as far as street music, like what he was talking about ain't had nothing to do with what I was going through, and that was like that for a lot of people. So you can't get mad like he's called you Wally. That's the best thing you can come up with. Wally, he didn't try to play you, bro. You acting like a female, and this is honestly why Wale started to fall off, because he was acting like a female. He was mad because other people was popping and he wasn't popping. That's why Wale fell off, because he kept lashing out like, oh, y'all not supporting me, y'all mad. Bro, you acting like a hoe. Just make music. This is hoe shit.
Was. Right? Like Kai hopped in the car and said, yo, Wally. Yo, they said Wally. So, but Wale was bothered by this.
Yeah.
And it looks like Kai Cenat rubbed other people the wrong way as well.
I'm not even going to go into like the details of the conversation, but when that first exchange happened with him and Kai, he hit me up.
Really?
Yo, I want to react. And I'm like, yo, dog, there's nothing to react about.
But how did he, I mean, without
nothing to
freeze,
react
niggas
about.
always hit a freeze. Without getting into freeze, without getting into the details, did he feel like he was disrespected?
Fuck you, nigga.
He's a sensei.
Yeah, he felt like that. And I was like, yo, dog, it wasn't that. Like, they are disconnected. That's all.
He felt like
That's good
He was
comment.
did he feel like Kai knew who he was and was trying to play him, or did he feel like he should have known who he was?
Either
He felt
way,
like he was
either
trying to
way,
get, he was trying to play him.
Okay.
either way, he looked at it as a
trying to
slight.
play.
Yes. And again, you can't, the way somebody.
But it's a different kind of
interprets
slight.
it.
If it's like you should know who I am,
but
which is
it's
more
still-
ego
it's
than
still a slight.
I think you know who I am and you're trying to play me.
Still a
That's
slight.
almost like a paranoid. The reason I'm asking
Yeah.
is because there are some artists. I'm not saying necessarily why, because I don't know him. But there's some artists who, if their whole brand is the mainstream with me, the industry with me, then you look at every interaction, every moment through that lens, so that everything that happens you take as an offense, whether it is or it isn't. That's why I'm trying to understand sort of what his mindset is.
Kai didn't know who Killer Mike was when Killer Mike won the award. Like, Kai is not gonna know
Everyone.
the good rappers.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's not true because A Boogie's a good rapper. But you know what I'm saying?
He doesn't claim to be a hip hop like expert.
A-Boogie got a younger demo than the both of them.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
That's really it.
I would even feel bad about the exchange with Wale. He even took an opportunity later on his live stream, I think like the following day, to listen to some Wale music, and even gave like a little apology to Wale, let him know, hey, bro, I do know your songs. I just didn't know the name or recognize the face, and it's no bad blood. So I think overall, Kai Cenat handled it properly, right? But a guest on Drink Champs still got smoke for Kai Cenat because he went through similar things as Wale.
Wale, I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, to Wale, I hope he didn't take my interaction personal. You feel me? Like, bro, I hope he didn't take my interaction personal. How can you blame me from just being who I am? You feel me? Like, I'm young. I'm young. Let me go see. I know this song, but when did this shit come out? 2011.
Lord.
I was 9 years old.
That's what I'm saying. Like now,
2011. I was.
That kind of put it
He
into
was
perspective.
9.
Like, his explanation does kind of explain it, right? Because if Flower Bomb dropped, let's say when he was 9 years old in 2011, I was 13. So that's probably why I would probably know who Wale is and he won't, because 13 and 9 years old are two drastically different stages of your life. 13, I'm actually going out and downloading my own music. I'm actually going to dollar parties and paying $1 to enter in and dancing to Wale with no hands. You feel me? Like, I'm actually getting into that, right? Like, I'm going to parties, dancing with girls. Watch my no hands.
Right.
Watch my no hands. You feel me? Like, so I can understand. You've been a 9-year-old. You don't have those experiences. But then again, like, Tupac died when? Again, I'm not comparing Tupac to Wale. Well, Tupac died in 96. There are 7-year-olds who know who Tupac is. Maybe Tupac is a bad example, right? So let's just say Rakim. There are 9-year-olds who know who Rakim is, right? So I don't know, right? But we'll take Kai's word for it. Now, Kai did tell Wale, hey, don't take it personally, bro. But not everybody got that message because some people did take it personally. So comedian, I think best known for his role in Blackish, the sitcom, he took his interaction with Kai personally. And he went to Drinks Champs to express it, right? To express how his interaction with Kai Cenat like left a bad impression of Kai Cenat from his perspective.
This network hired this really big, I don't want to say names, hired this really big streamer, right? The biggest streamer out there, right?
Oh, shit.
So they hired this person to come to the award shows and do backstage.
Yes, I saw it.
And this motherfucker was like, yo, like people was like, he was going up to people like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Wale. You
Like,
know who the hell
I don't know
Wale
who that is. And his excuse was, don't blame me because I'm young.
Right.
And that was so disrespectful to me because
Wale took it personal. You seen that?
I met him.
Wale wanted the African dance.
Look, I was backstage and I met I met dude one time backstage, and he walked backstage and I was like, hey, what's up, man? He was like this. And he walked off, and he was with I like that dude, the blonde hair, the Drewski. He was with Drewski.
Yeah,
And Drewski looked at me and was like this. What's up, OG? How you doing, man? I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I love everything you do. Then he went to him and was like, man, you know OG, you funny as hell, you know? And he was like this. And just walked off and shit. And I was like this. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. If you don't know who I am, it's all good, right? But when you go on the record and say, when they trying to go this baby face, and this is this person and that
you
person.
on the red carpet with Babyface?
And you like, but they asked him, and he was like this. I don't know these people. I'm young. Don't blame me because I'm young. That was terrible to do. And to hire him to be your representation at an award show that you got icons and you got younger people, I think it's like disrespectful. And that's, I'm not trying to beef and shit. I'm just going. If you're going to be in that position, do your research about when you see icons and give them love when you see them, period. That's all I'm saying.
First off, I can almost guarantee you Kai wasn't paid to do an official red carpet gig. Like, I can understand if maybe Kai Cenat was hired as like a journalist, you can have a problem. Man, like, why y'all hiring this dude and he don't know what he's talking about?
All right, let me. I get what they saying. Because I can see where Poetic Flacco about to go, but that's not what old head is saying. It can damage their brand with you doing these type of interactions to the younger crowd, saying like, I don't know who his old ass is. You get what I'm saying? So I get where he's going with it, but at the same time, you got to give Kai some grace because Kai is young. But at the same time, you got to put the onus on BET. BET has to make sure that he's prepared to walk up to these legends because these legends are a brand. They have their own brand. Wale might be trying to drop an album or make a comeback. You get what I'm saying? So I do get that side of it. But I think Wale acting like a hoe, walking up to him and getting him to apologize and all that stuff, or just going on Drink Champs and kind of painting it like it's Kai's fault. It ain't Kai's fault. It's BET's fault. So I don't agree with painting it like anything that Kai did was wrong. No, it's BET's fault. Let's keep going.
But no, Kai wasn't paid to be at no BET Awards, bro. I can tell you how that conversation went. BET Awards probably called Kai and they begged and groveled. Please, Kai, please, Kai, please, bro. Kai, please, can you please come and live stream the red carpet? Please, Kai, can you please come and the live stream? They were begging him to come because they wanted his audience. Okay, Kai Cenat was there just like any other celebrity was there. He was just allowed to live stream it. He wasn't working media for BET Awards. He was just allowed to come to the show and live stream the show. So no, it's not his job to know every OG or every legend there. What do you mean? He was live streaming. He wasn't working media. And the thing is, I feel like in order for you to be upset, you would have to think that Kai Cenat is intentionally disrespecting the legends. He's not, right? I'm sure Kai didn't mean to like make you feel away. Maybe he just didn't know who you are.
Right.
Right? Fam, I'll be real with you, bro. If I didn't watch Blackish, I probably wouldn't know who Deion Cole was, to be honest. Right? His stand-up is funny. He's a legend. He's hilarious, but I wouldn't be too familiar with him if, I didn't watch Blackish as religiously as I watched it. So when you say, man, he's supposed to know these legends. No, he's not. He wasn't working. He was just a guest at the award show, just like everybody else. He's live streaming though. Right? So if you guys want to come up and say, hey, bro, hey, Kai, I'm cool. But he's not obligated to know who you are. Yo, this is just unnecessary hate, man. I hate this for Kai, bro, because Kai gets so much unwarranted hate from a lot of people.
Real.
It's just like, man, let's not pile onto it, bro. Right? Like, we already got like Kicks Champs and other Twitter pages who go above and beyond, man, to disrespect and violate Kai, bro. They even try to put scammer accusations on Kai with the whole school in Africa stuff. So we see how much unwarranted hate Kai get, man. I just don't like this, man. Like,
yeah, and that's kind of nutty, but let me vibe with y'all for a minute. So make sure y'all hit this like, hit that comment, and hit that hype button. Let me give y'all my opinion on this. I think Wale was acting like a hoe. I ain't gonna hold you. He's always being too emotional, and honestly, the end of his career was him being too emotional. Remember the exchange between him and J. Cole? J. Cole actually was giving him bars about like being a rapper who has a fan base who likes him, but you always complaining because you don't got the fan base of other people. You not Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. He was mad that he wasn't one of them guys, but you couldn't sell like them guys. You couldn't make hooks like them guys. You couldn't survive like them guys without an R&B singer doing your hook. So now you need a label to pay Miguel $800,000 so he'll do the hook for you. These other guys don't need that. J. Cole make the beat, he make the hook, and he rap over it. Okay. Drake, at the time, he had the sweatshop. He had 40 doing his beats, and he'll make his own hooks. Okay. Kendrick Lamar, he got it. He do everything himself. Besides probably making the beat. But all of his beat makers are damn near in-house. Wale, you're not any of those things. You don't have any of those things, bro. So you was acting like a hoe, and J. Cole would say, yo, be grateful for what you got, and you wasn't grateful for what you got, and what? We know how that story goes, right? We ain't heard from Wale since. So now you saying that this kid making you look crazy. He wasn't making you look crazy. He genuinely didn't know who you was. I wouldn't have known who you was if it was, unless you bring up MMG and all that stuff. I'd be like, Wale, okay. So it ain't nothing personal. He just said, the only thing you could probably say is he said Wally. Because that's like the name of a Disney cartoon. So that's how you probably would have thought to spell it. And then the chat was like, Wale, okay. He didn't know, bro. It is what it is. Drop it in the comments. Let me know if you thought this was lame or if you thought Wale had a reason to get mad. And then drop it on Deion Cole for piggybacking the situation and putting it on Kai. I don't put it on Kai. Put it on BET. He was just there streaming and he was running into people. Yeah. But BET should have vetted the situation and made sure that he knew people if he was going to be doing it. Or they should have vetted this, but they probably were afraid to ask him to do that because then if he had to do extra work, he probably wouldn't have came. So they probably was like, just come, you'll have fun, X, Y, and Z. We need the younger demographic. Because BET used to get the younger demographic because they were one of the main sources for music. It wasn't a coincidence that they had their top 10 countdown and everything had bright lights. It was very childish. It was a bunch of games. It was people dancing and stuff like that. Who was that show appealing to? Kids. Well, they don't have that show anymore. They have Tyler Perry. And shout out Tyler Perry, but that's like a 28 plus year old demographic. BET is scrambling to get to the kids. It is what it is. So they told Kai to come and do what you want. That ain't Kai's fault. That's on BET. All right. So it's your boy Jesky G. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Hit that hype button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Because you can get lost and have a hard time finding your way back. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all, I love y'all. I'm going to drop 2 more bangers. One right here. One right here. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. I'm out, y'all. Yeah, this ain't on Kai, man.